throw that into live.
And then I just get to give him crap for being here before him.
Exactly.
We should be good.
Yep.
Well, you're good.
Okay. Then welcome the best 10 people in the world who are in this room right now, and the rest of you reasonably joining us online. We understand there is a lot of snow falling at the moment and for the last several hours.
And out of state.
And, but yeah, people who are far away and can never make it. But yeah, so thank you for joining us. This is the first February meeting. Obviously, given that it's February, that means that stuff needs to be getting finalized very, very soon. I know a lot of things are in a lot of different places. I know I've been emailing some people furiously. But thank you all for the work that you have done to this point. I know, for some of you, you've already done a large bulk of your work. For some of you, you're doing large bulks of work right now. I know the programming department is having their giant schedule setting meeting, so there will be a schedule after the end of the day today, or at least there always has been in the past, so I'm going to assume that there will be this year too. So yeah, thank you all. We do always have the squeeze. We're going to have to figure some things out and connect some ends in the nick of time, as we always do, but I do feel like things are in a pretty good place overall, and we are going to get
I feel like we're in a more solid place.
I mean, I did. It's been an interesting week.
We're just gonna hang out with the feeling. It's fine.
We'll get there. But yes, by and large, I think we're very, very solid. So, usual thing, department updates. IT. Do you have anything for IT? I mean, they did the website. It's probably not gonna be too much more.
We're working on taking down the old Reg website so we don't have to pay for it anymore, but it's weird code, and I reached out to John and he's helping, so.
Okay. If the microphone didn't pick that up, IT is working on dismantling some old stuff that we don't use anymore, and so we can stop paying for it. But the website is still up and it's still beautiful. Merch. I think you had your big presentation last time, so I don't know if
Nothing
there's much new there. Okay. Programming, I already kind of said it. They're making the schedule right this second.
They're busy.
So, hooray. Themes. There have been some developments in themes. Our themes head has had to step away for the year. Not something he wanted to do, something he had to do. Not going to say a whole lot more about it. I have jumped on there. I'm kind of going to be doing the top level stuff, but I'm not going to be doing it alone, thank God. So Sakura C, who has been with the department for a long, long time, is going to be heading up the sort of artist requests and making sure that those are getting to the people that need to get them and getting them done on time. And then Kelly Stan, who I'm not sure that a ton of you know. She joined theme staff earlier this year, but she also is the lead for the program book for Convergence. And so she is now going to be the lead for our program book as well. That is the craziest thing of the moment is the program book and getting that all done. So I am super happy to say that, less than 24 hours after I learned the situation, I was able to cajole her into becoming our lead on that. So that should still happen. We should still be able to hit our printing deadlines, all that kind of good stuff. I have emailed a ton of people this week. There are a few more people that I need to email as well about getting program book stuff in, but people have generally been very responsive. I know a lot of people already had their stuff reviewed, so thank you all for that. Please do be responsive. Those deadlines are coming up very quickly, so when I bother you about them, please do prioritize that.
Speaking of that, since I know Colin had emailed a number of people about stuff for the book,
Yeah.
do we want people who responded to him recently to re-email to the new people handling it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Send anything that you've sent to Colin recently, send it to Kelly and I.
You could just send it to themes. 'Cause
You can.
It goes to
Or
them.
Also do, yes. I mean, she should be.
She
And
is.
serve down? Okay, cool. That all just happened, so. Yes, you can also just use the themes. I don't know if I'm on the themes
I
list.
can add you.
You probably should.
The important thing is if you've sent anything to Colin in the last 2 or 3 weeks even, just resend it to the themes listserv just so we know it is getting to the right people.
Yep. Video gaming. I've been talking to Robbie a good bit. He has connected with all of our arcade partners. He has reached out to several people about tournaments as well. So good progress is being made on that as well. We were able to find some new staffers for him as well. If you are at all interested in game staff, that is video game staff, that is an area of need. So please do let us know. At this point, it's mostly helping load in, load out, and then sitting at the desk for a few hours and making sure nothing is on fire. So please do let us know if you're interested in that. Volunteer Consuite, I think, has largely been in a good place for a while. I do know Aaron sent around a form a while back for what departments want. If you have not filled that out yet, please do. Niketa, facilities.
We've mentioned it the last couple times, but if you've got any kind of requests to make for your hotel space, you're kind of getting up against it here. Make sure you're getting to us if you need chairs, if you need anything hanging from the ceilings, if you need any kind of arrangement in your spaces. Trying to think, what if we had a deadline on that hard set for the end of this month?
A little bit before that.
Yeah.
He wanted 30 days from event, so basically the end of the month, but minus a few days. I am going to be sending everybody their diagrams in the very near future because I want to make sure that we can get that stuff done. I thought I was probably going to do it this week, and then other things happened. But yeah, so look for that in the very near future. Again, do turn it around pretty quickly. Most of the facility stuff is fairly ready to go, but I just need to confirm that we have correct information from everybody.
There was a question in the chat and I missed it. In regards to the video games, Bruce is wondering, is the layout going to be the same from last year? He's needing to know to finalize the Encore contract.
Oh, interesting. I don't know the answer to that. I think it's probably pretty similar. I think we're using much of the same partners. But yeah, that's a good thing that he can email to the video games. Email.
And then Cass is in chat.
Okay.
Otherwise, the only other facilities hotel related stuff is we do have another. We had me and Dave had a meeting with the Sheraton a couple weeks ago. We actually have a follow-up one. The last Friday of this month is kind of a finalization for all our plans at the Sheraton and what their policies are going to be. We are collecting together various hotel policies, such as the fact that most hotels are cashless now. We will be putting out an announcement about that to the attendees in early March here, probably that first week of March or so, just so all the attendees know what to expect with each of the hotels when they show up.
Yeah. And just to clarify, Artist Alley and vendors may accept cash, but anything that is the hotels themselves probably will not. So
Yeah, there's going to be a few different levels, because I know at least the Sheraton's telling us right now you cannot pay cash for the rooms, but their little convenience store bar, they might accept cash there. That is actually up in the air. That's what they need to get back to us, details on that.
And then Niketa started conversations with our bus shuttles, and so we're pretty there. We need to get the contract signed, but that's pretty set up. So we should still have the usual contracts or the usual buses from the Hilton, MCTC, and the Hyatt Regency going back and forth all weekend.
Marketing. Mark did send me some updates here. His first one is that he is a bit short-staffed, so if there is anybody who does want to help with marketing, especially those social media posts, please reach out to Mark. He could use the help. Doubly so as we get closer to the convention, we're going to start having more and more updates that need to go out. So anybody who has some free time that can help him out with some of that stuff would be greatly appreciated. He did also make up a little flyer that we were going to try and distribute to a number of the local game stores, anime stores, and whatnot. We made a list of about a dozen different places. We're going to try and get them all sent out to here in the next couple weeks. So a little close to the convention, but we will get some announcements out for that, just for marketing purposes.
Yeah.
His last thing is, he wanted the head of photography and the head of video team to email him. So Danny, if you're in the chat, email Mark. Cass, since I know you're in the chat, email Mark, since we don't exactly have a head of video right now.
Video production?
Yes.
Okay.
But he said video team. I'm going to assume he meant video production because I think he was looking to collaborate on some stuff there.
Makes
That's
sense.
all that Mark sent me.
Okay. Operations. Ali and John.
I got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, come on up.
I had to write a list this time.
Okay.
All right. So we've got in-person radio training again after the meeting today. Scooch over. So we do have, and we will have in-person radio training after every meeting up until the convention actually happens. So there's plenty of opportunities for that. For those of you who can't attend any of the meetings in person, we have our first online radio training. I believe that's Thursday. Yep, Thursday the 13th at 7 p.m. So that'll be this week. We have information somewhere. I think it was in an email.
I think it went in an email. I think it also went onto the global
It
calendar
did.
thing.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's on the global calendar.
Yep. So there are places for you to go to get into that meeting. It'll be a Google Meet. Just come. We'll start a few minutes late just to make sure everyone gets in there on time. Also,
Old people, man.
also for departments, your radio requests are due at the end of the month. Request even if you want 0. Just put 0 as your request. Otherwise, I'm gonna come looking for you. If you need event support, which is mostly going to be programming, possibly guests, vendors and artists possibly,
Right.
and Reg, thank you, anything like that where you might need some extra help with some stuff around your department with managing attendees, that's also due by the 28th. So get those requests in if you have them. We've got a few of those in, so that's awesome. Did I send that out? I don't know if I sent that out. This might be a new thing. I didn't make enough notes on my notes. For department leadership, we would like to know what your approximate open hours are. This helps us out so that we can say when someone's looking for, say, the head of guests.
Why would anyone need me?
And
But your
they've
guest
gone to
decided take
bed.
a, walk.
Yeah.
Yes, it's helpful to know. Well, they've gone to bed. They did radio us and tell us that they're going to be off radio, but they're estimated to be back around this time. So
That
if
is-
you really need them, you can look for them.
That is
All the
something
meetings
I'm
are
also going to be
so-
gathering, both for the programming book and for like keys and stuff for facilities. So I can probably just share you my information once
That
I
would
have
probably
it.
We'd also like
helpful.
contact information for the, on points for them.
Yeah. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
we're basically looking for like when are you reachable to us and when are you not. So it's not exactly the same as your department hours. So for instance, like exhibit hall, you have exhibit hall hours, but you're probably on the radio for a while before that and a while after that. So that's kind of what we're looking for the department hours for us. So that's just internal so that we know when to go looking for you on the radio, when not to go looking for you on the radio. And that form is in the forms directory. And then wristbands are a thing again this year. If you want some extra hours, sign up for a wristband shift. I haven't made the form yet, but I will, so watch for that. It's a little early because programming hasn't given us the program yet, so
Being made right now.
I like to wait for that to be made before I start making shift.
And I got all the guest
requests.
panels in before the deadline.
Yes, yes, you did.
So yes, please watch for that. We definitely want your help. It's really easy to do.
Need your help.
Yes, we need your help too. It's very easy to do. We will give you like a 5-minute training, and probably most of that will just be, are there any questions?
In addition to the upcoming virtual meeting, is there going to be another one after that? Because some people are not.
There will be another
available.
one, we just haven't scheduled it yet.
Okay.
We'll try to get a feel of like what time might work for people for the next one. Also, we do have our operations training coming up. Is that next week?
It
didn't
is
write that
on
either.
the 16th and the 27th.
Yep, so the 16th and 22nd, we have,
Seventh.
27th, thank you, we have department meetings, department training. That will include a radio training, so if you're in our department, you don't have to come to the one Thursday. You can come to a training session instead, and we'll train you there. And I think that's it.
All right. Thank you, Al. Yeah, we did already kind of cover it, but Buttons, you mentioned it too. Yeah, I think we should be happy with ourselves this year because as the programming schedule is being made, we have both information from guests, which has rarely been a thing that we've had at that time, and we had group photo shoots from photography, which is never a thing we've ever had before, or at least not for like a decade. So thank you guys. We're working together like we're supposed to. It's a good thing. Registration.
Clarissa did email me that she doesn't have any major updates except she just needs the badge art from themes. So
Yep.
a little bit of the changeover in
Yeah.
themes there. Hopefully we can still get the badge art on time there.
I was just talking to Soccer about this. I think it's going to be done very, very soon, so that should be good.
Reservations. So the hotels are sold out to the public for the moment. I have gotten numbers from the Hyatt about how many rooms we have left because we have a number of rooms in our staff block still. Obviously, you should have your staff room already, or if you signed up to get a room, you should be already signed up because we're past the verification for staff hours deadline here. If you needed a room for one of your partners, whether from programming, artist alley, vendors, or any of those, please get those rooms in by next week. Come February 15th, if you have made a room reservation or told me you need a room held for a specific reason, I'm releasing those rooms back to the public so we can get them used in the general public block. So you have 1 week from today to get any of your last rooms done. If you've got partners that you send out links to, such as to vendors or to room parties or whatnot, and they haven't gotten back to you yet, you might want to remind them that they need to get their reservations made before the 15th. Because the 15th, I'm going to release those rooms, and if anything is not picked up by, I want to say it's February 26th, it's 1 month before the convention, the hotel will release everything from the block to the public at large. So anybody can go on Kayak or Trivago or whatever and make a room reservation. So we need to get those rooms sold to our attendees before that point.
Talk to staffing about that.
Awkward would it be for some normal person to book at that time?
It happens. There's sometimes one or two that slips through, but it's
Oh, I've been to an anime convention that was also a family reunion or a wedding. It's always awkward.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's you and I connect after.
Okay.
Echo, anything for room parties?
We currently have 14 approved parties. We have one person who has not responded to any communication. Some of the other party hosts say that they know him and have tried to reach out, but they've still not responded. There was also, I was told that another convention wanted a room party, but they haven't filled out the application. I did email them, but I don't know what right now.
Okay.
But the capacity is 18. I think the reason why it's slow is just because it was so late getting into the system and everything, that there just hasn't been enough advertisement on socials and stuff to
Yeah.
let people know.
Even still, for how late we opened, 14 out of 18 room parties isn't
Yeah,
bad.
not bad.
So.
Hopefully we'll have 2 more when, hopefully that person responds and hopefully that convention responds, and then if we could fill 2 more, so maybe we get a social push, I can push off the date a couple more days to try to fill in the last couple spots, hopefully.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise, pretty much everything is going well. I just need to talk to other department people about specifics of, each individual thing.
Alright.
All
Yeah,
right.
the Mike did a pickup. We're at 14 room parties of a capacity of 18. There's 2 more that are up in the air we may get, and hopefully we're pushing a little bit more on socials. We might hit at least 16, if not the full 18. Photography. Danny, I know you showed up late. Mark from marketing actually does want you to email him too. Just
Okay.
do you have any updates for yourself? Yeah, he had a question about for you and video production, but video production's up in the air. So
Yeah, no huge updates I think people need to know, except that you may have noticed I did a lot of work this last week on photography stuff, so I feel pretty good. I think I don't know this for sure, but I think we're probably have the number of staff members we've had in years past to my memory. So if I get a couple more, then maybe I'll even have more. It seems like everything's going great. I recorded a instructional video and I made a little presentation and set a meeting date for our team. So for a couple weeks from now. So I feel good.
All right.
Yeah.
If you didn't pick it up on the mic, photography's killing it. Things are looking good. Definitely, if you are still looking for a department to join, you could. But they're doing well. So, and they'll have a team training soon or a team get together.
Yep.
We updated their page on the website yesterday.
Yes.
Woo!
Lots of stuff on it.
Yay.
I like this.
All right. Artist Alley. Do you know if there's anything for Artist Alley?
No, I think Artist Alley is cruising pretty well. They're just gathering some of like the helper badge info, but
Yeah.
Kat's in a really good spot. I haven't been emailed going what's happening, so she's.
No.
I'm not worried. Artist Alley knows what they're doing. They
Yeah.
expanded the aisles a little bit. I know she mentioned that the last meeting she was at, so.
Kat just sent over the map, so I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that they have everybody selected. They have everything.
Yeah,
ready to go.
selection's long been done. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
solid.
All right. Charities. I know you just walked in, Jacob. Anything for charity?
Yes, we did.
Come on.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't see a place to stand, so I'm sorry.
The last two people didn't, so.
It's fine. We did pick out our charity. It's going to be Can Do Canines. We did do that at the last meeting, so that is going to be the charity for this year. That's the big news. We are going to have another meeting on the 16th at 11 a.m. I think it was. So people are welcome to join for that, of course. It's just going to be a Discord kind of thing like last time. That's about it right now. I don't think there's anything else big to say other than what's been going on in the channel. You can just look at the Discord channel and kind of see what's going on. That's about it. Yeah.
All right. Cosplay.
Cosplay is not here.
Jess or Ricky?
Jess is con crunching. We're not going to see
Yeah,
Jess.
she's got a con next week, so.
They're good. I think all of their judges have been announced, so like they're just cruising along. I think they have social media posts ready to go for when the online sign up happens. They did take my suggestion. They have an FAQ for social media, so the million questions that are the same question will be answered.
Oh, they'll still get them.
They'll still get them, but at least social media will know the answer. But yeah, they're in a good spot. They're happy.
All right. Exhibitor Hall, I know that we do have an applicant. We'll be interviewing shortly for the Con Relations subhead, the Convention Relations subhead that is within Exhibitor Hall. So we will be closing that as well. So if you do have any interest in being the Convention Relations subhead, get your application in immediately.
Let's
I would
work
say
for
we will.
me.
Yeah, we will close that on I think Wednesday. Next week. So if you have been sitting around wondering if you maybe wanted to do that, do it now, because we're going to be interviewing and picking somebody really soon. Hopefully.
You say hopefully, like I'm not going to make this happen.
Do you know if there's anything else for Exhibit Hall? I mean, I think they're also pretty
I
ready to
think
go.
everyone's been selected. I've seen the updated map. Again, we're widening the aisles because 10 wasn't enough. It's gonna be 12 feet.
Told you last time.
Look, man. Now that we've moved guests out of vendor hall, I think it'll be easier.
There's
So.
a lot more space in there. So
They have a lot more space to play around with, so it works. But yeah, I'm excited. I think the attendees will like the new layout for vendor hall. Yeah.
Should I make the sad announcement?
There's a sad one.
There's a sad one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no Girl Scouts this year. Sorry to say, this is a hotel thing. They just have targeted that as a food sales thing that we're not allowed to do.
Ooh.
I know
Wow.
we have some
Of all the
similar
things.
we have some similar things we're allowed to get away with. I don't know why that's the line in the sand, but that's
Could
the
they
line in
do
the
paper
sand.
for 'em, standing at the corner?
I mean, they can stand outside if they want to, but I don't know if we would recommend them doing that.
Yeah, they've been fighting it for a couple years. I know it was even just a fight to get them in exhibit hall last year.
Girl Scouts gonna be disappointed because they already emailed me asking to come back. They're excited.
Yeah.
Well, it's like one time we put them in the nook outside of merch, and I thought that was awesome. But
That was the first
Yeah.
year.
That was the
yeah.
first year, yeah.
Question related to this.
Yes.
For the troop that we have been working with, do they have the ability to get us a link and or a QR code? So that because I buy from my niece in Boston and it gets sent to my door. So
Yeah.
that we can still support them
Yeah.
even if they're not on site.
Yes, that is possible, and they could even have a table and take orders. They just cannot fill orders. So I don't know if they're going to want to do that or not. That's the ongoing
Well, that's what I'm
conversation.
saying, if
Yeah.
we can get,
Yeah.
if we can get
If
a
we can
QR
get the-
code
yeah.
or a link or anything like that for our tent, I will
Yeah.
get the damn signs
We'll see.
myself.
We're gonna see if they can still have some presence, but
Yes.
but
Yeah.
just the sort of what they have been doing in the past. They're not gonna be able to
But
do
yeah,
this year.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a good option.
No instantaneous gratification.
Just want my Thin Mints.
Wait, can you do like pachinko parlor? Have them go around the corner and pick up there.
Guests. I don't think there's too much new other
Yeah,
than
no,
I don't know if you want to announce the crazy thing.
What crazy thing?
2026.
Oh yeah, we have a 2026 guest already. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but we have one.
We're close.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost gonna potentially have 4 before Detours starts, cause I'm insane. Anyway, draft schedules have gone out to all of the guests. Some of them have already given the okay, and that has been passed on to programming. So we're in, I think, a really more solid place that we have been in quite a few years, which is really nice. Pretty much all the flights are booked. I think it's just one cosplay guest and a handler left, but the handler is also like the con relations person for that agency, so it be what it be. But yeah, and then like I mentioned, guests will be in a new spot. I do have social media posts already sent out to social media that they can start posting kind of around mid-ish February, and then again in like kind of early March, so attendees don't freak out when they're like, where are the guest tables at? And
They're in Mirage, by the way.
yeah, it'll be in Mirage. I already have the hours set. We're good. We're happy. Yeah.
In regards, Bruce has got a couple comments. He's wondering who does he need to email for the power drop needs for vendors, and then he's also wanting to tell Buttons that she's needing the layouts for the Mirage, please, for the pipe and drape.
Yes. I just need to get access to whatever that thing is.
Yeah. That's, like I said, that was hopefully going to be this week. Now it's hopefully going to be next week, maybe the week after. But yeah, it's going to be soon.
For power, like, is he talking about like the sponsors who need power drops?
For vendors.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Email
Email
Alyssa.
Exhibit Hall, yeah.
Yeah. I would email Exhibit Hall. Because she's gonna know, especially as far as sponsors go, which ones have power drops as part of their sponsorship.
I think tabletop's pretty darn kicking too.
Yeah,
They're
tabletop
pretty
is
close to
chill.
done, so.
I think he's just waiting on Gnome Games' schedule, and that's it. Pathfinder got back to him, so he's in a good spot. He's happy. He's already made plans to disappear Friday for when the Unexpectables have their live show. He scheduled himself free for that time. So operations, he will not be available during that time.
Tell them to fill out the form so we know.
And then Cass tried to make it here, apparently had a bit of a spin out, so that's why she's not here today. Sad. But she did send some notes along. So accessibility, I don't think we have anything specific for, and I don't see Kaida or Catherine.
I just want to say,
Go ahead. Yeah.
they put out there to recruit for their staff on some Facebook group, and they got so many staff from them, so good job. Keep finding your own staff.
Yeah.
So proud.
Logistics is still Cass running it for now. Obviously, if you would like to help out and be a point person and help direct traffic, that would be really, really good. I think that Cass sent an email to the current logistics staff. It was a little hard to understand that comment, but I think that's what she was saying. So please, if you're on the logistics staff, reply to that email. Staffing, I know we have Liz here. Your life is crazy now because the vouching forms are just about all in and you're trying to sort all that stuff out.
Working on housing, I'm hoping to have the housing assignments done by end of month. You and I will talk because I will get stuff to you beforehand, but for public knowledge,
Yeah.
end of month.
So yeah, expect housing confirmations by the end of month is what Liz is saying for staff housing.
March, well, staff thing, gift, what are we going with for phrasing there?
Sure, why not?
Remember, staff gift, staff thing you get, okay? What's decided is a shirt. I have the art for that. Sorry to say, you guys aren't going to see it till the con.
I've seen it. It's cute.
There are very select few who needed to see it. They have seen it. They approve of it. So we're going forward with it.
So there will be a staff shirt, so do make sure that you pick that up. Where will that be?
Wherever I'm assigned, which I can't remember right now.
Alright.
I will, when we have our battle plan day, you guys will know where to find me because I've already talked with registration and I will be helping with getting staff badges.
And then just for clarification, the staff shirt is going to be different from the shirt attendees get.
Yes.
Yes.
This
It
will be
is
special,
staff
just for staff.
Specific.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm
then-
looking at the place that will get me the largest number of size ranges as well, so I can be as inclusive as possible.
I think the actual answer then is probably in St. Croix, which is that weird room that's usually just open next to where registration used to be,
Yep.
and it's going to be our open table area this year. So
Cool.
And we're gonna have to send out a form to get staff shirt sizes, so
Yeah.
keep an eye out.
Do they have long shirts?
The place I'm looking at does, I'm seeing what size they have in long, so, because I know there's quite a few in our staff that would prefer a long shirt.
Because 2 or 3XL doesn't mean anything if it's a belly shirt.
Yeah.
I think it could be a style.
Also, we are technically pretty much past deadlines for staff, but I know some people got on very late, some people are still joining.
I had one yesterday.
Yeah, so do please, fill out all of the staffing forms, even though we're technically past the deadline. Obviously, we still want to get you the things that are coming to you, even if it is, later than we asked. We will do our best. That's what we will say. I signed somebody up yesterday, and she might be bringing friends. So, tech services, I know Bruce said a couple of things. Has he said anything else on the chat?
If he updates, I will let you know.
Okay. We did get some more stuff from video. Lee says that they do have all of their permissions set for the disc room, and they have most of them for streaming. They're trying to wrap that up. And they will have the full video schedule out shortly once they obviously get those last couple of things figured out. So that's really good. I need to connect him with themes and make sure it all gets in the book. Volunteers has a couple new staffers. Some people have already started signing up for volunteer shifts, which is great. We're going to have that available online ahead of time, so that's really nice to know. I don't think anybody else from volunteers is here. Okay. And then video production. We are also having an interview for a new head for video production. So
We just
that
need to set up
really
the
is
actual
happening.
day.
So again, we're going to close that off on Wednesday. So if you are yet another person out there that might be interested in video production as a head or as sub-head or as anybody else in that, yeah.
Bruce had sent updates. I missed it in the chatter. DJ selections on Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Okay.
So they'll be selecting DJs here this coming week.
That's good to know. So DJs will be selected midweek. So we will, I imagine, have that information out shortly thereafter. And it's also good because the programming book needs to know that too.
And then rulings, audio visions, and big events are under progress, and they hope to have it finalized by the end of the month, and they are working to order the items that they need.
All right. So it sounds like tech is clipping along nicely. Should have everything they need to know by the end of the month. And then video production, they are going to have a training as well. They're looking for video mixers and camera operators, but I think in both cases you can jump on if you're not especially skilled in either of those things if you're willing to learn. There will be some training. So if you have interest, go ahead and jump into that department and you might learn how to do some cool things that you've wanted to do. Same link that I've had in here for months and months and months now.
It's also in the description.
What's that?
It's in the description as well.
Okay. And it's in the YouTube description, how to sign up for staff, how to apply for leadership roles, ATC announcements.
Hello, I'm Christina, president of Anime Twin Cities. We have our board meetings on the second Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. streaming live on YouTube. So our next meeting is this Tuesday. Happy to announce we have finally filled our communications coordinator role. She made a post for us. She shared a JASM event because they asked us to, and I was happy to have us do that. And I think she's going to be working on getting a quarterly newsletter for us. Her name is Michaela. I believe she'll be on our board meeting on Tuesday this week. Other than that, we did get our application to have a table at Twin Cities Pride approved. Yay! They sure needed a lot of paperwork, but we got it done. And other than that, I know we need to try to get into the Cherry Blossom Festival. I just got reminded that was a thing, and it's in May, so we should probably try and figure that out. And other than that, that's about it.
Bylaws?
To our what?
Your bylaws?
Oh yeah, and our bylaws thing, that's what, I couldn't understand your talk.
We need something to talk about on
Right?
Tuesday,
Yeah, and
Jason.
let's talk
Come
about
on.
Tuesday. We did have a bylaws amendment vote go through that did pass, so we've updated the website with the new bylaws, we'll be talking about it at least a little bit on Tuesday. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cruising along this month.
So department head vouching obviously is done already. Haha. It is for most departments. Most departments do have this in. I know a few of them are still finalizing from what they previously had. We've already talked a fair bit about the staffing side of this and trying to get this done very quickly. I've already kind of said, if you're a late addition to staff, we will try our best. So, not going to stay on that too long. This is also an old slide. So talk to each other. Please keep talking to each other.
Let's stop.
Yeah. The global calendar, I'm not going to bring it up this time because it is all operations, and they already kind of talked about most of it. So again, the radio training online is this Thursday, February 13th. And then the other thing on it that is coming up soon is the radio requests and the event support requests, like you said, at the end of the month. Video production does have one thing at the end of the month, technically March 1st, but they do want to know anything that anyone wants to get filmed. So again, it's probably mostly programming, guests, the usual suspects, the dance maybe. But do let video production know if there's anything that we think is something we want to show off on the internet. Obviously, they know main stage things are important. I did put out a thing in brainstorming on the staff Discord the other day. It came up a while ago, and I feel like we've been kicking around for a while, of possibly having a different kind of a low-key, as opposed to the rave dance in second stage now that we have it.
Yeah.
No one has stepped up to host that. So if we're gonna do it this year, somebody needs to step up and be like, yeah, I would put that on, or me and my friends will put that on immediately. So I'm saying it now because it's probably not gonna happen this year unless somebody does very, very soon want to take ownership of that. I do think that would be a nice thing. So reach out by email. It is in the brainstorming page too, as I said, so if you have questions or thoughts about it, feel free to respond there. We'll see if we can get it going this year. If not, it's always something we can add in the future. The forms directory is pretty good at this point. I don't think everything is on it, but quite a lot of things are. It would be a good thing if you're a department head and you just haven't filled out a form in a while. Jump on the forms directory, read through it, make sure there's nothing that you should have filled out that you haven't. I'm not going to review this whole thing again because I've talked about it before. It is also available to anybody that is in the staff Discord. It is under the important links, so you can find it there. And if you're also a department head with a form and you haven't put it in the forms directory yet, please do. Also, I call it the forms directory, but a couple of the things there are also shared Google Sheets. If it's anything that you want people to put their hands on and provide information, it can go in the forms directory, even if it is something of a slightly different format. Program book. I did talk about this a little bit already. Like I said, we do have somebody new, Kelly, who has taken this over. Thank you for doing that. And yeah, we did wind up losing kind of a few weeks in the changeover. A lot of departments did already have their stuff in. I have reached out to anybody that we do still need stuff for, and I'll continue to be doing that. The absolute drop dead date for new information is February 23rd. It does take a few weeks, obviously, for the program book to actually get printed and get back to us. So we cannot have new information past that date. Also, please do not wait for that date. A lot of things will be coming in late just because of the nature of things. Again, the programming schedule is being set today. We need to tell all the panelists when their stuff is. They will inevitably tell us that that doesn't work and we need to make changes. So that's always a pain. There are always some things that just do get changed around late in the game. So if you have anything in the programming book that is already set and isn't going to change, please make sure that that information is in now so we can get that done while things are calm, and then when things are crazily changing at the last minute, there will be time to update it as best we can. Also, we need proofreaders. We do have a couple of people that have already raised their hands, but it would not hurt to have, 8 to 10 people who are willing to look through the book and, have an idea of sort of style guide things, things like we prefer noon and midnight to 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. because people mix those up all the time.
Or making sure it's consistent
Right.
with the book.
Consistency of language, or we're referring to artist alley and not artists alley, things like that. So we need people who have that kind of eye, who can go over things. Obviously, basic spelling and grammar is also good to catch. But yeah, to go through, make sure that things are consistent, that they make sense. So if you are willing to do that, please email Themes, or email me, or email Kelly. Her email is up there on the page.
Say it out loud for people who are online, since it's a little bit blurry.
Is it still a little blurry?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kelly.stan, so Kelly, and then Stan is STAHN at animedetour.com. And as usual, I will send this around, though if I repeat what I did last time, I'll send it like the day before the next meeting, which is too late. So hopefully I'll send it out soon.
They can also email Themes.
Yeah,
Or
themes will come to everybody.
Yeah.
Alright. Next meeting is at a different time than we've been telling you for months and months and months. Different day than we've been telling you for months and months and months. So sorry about that. Turns out Sundays are way more popular for booking libraries than Saturdays. Not what I would have assumed, but it's true. We were not able to find a good space for the 23rd, so we are now going to have multiple Saturdays in a row. So it will be Saturday, 2 weeks from today, February 22nd, at 2, later time, not 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. At the, that is
I don't
not
think
correct.
that's right.
That is where
Yeah,
we are right
like,
now.
that's where we are right
That
now.
is not correct. Whoop. Sorry, I thought
Well, they can't read it anyway online, so just say where it
Well,
should
there
be.
you go.
give me a second.
I've got it.
You got it? Okay. Yeah, it's the Ramsey County Library, what is it? Maplewood, 3025 South Lawn Drive in Maplewood, Minnesota, in MP-Community Program Room. I don't know how that works, but that's what we've been given as our information. So, and we will have it on the staff Discord as we always do. I'll email about it before we get there as well.
And there was the email yesterday about it too.
Here.
Yeah, I did also include it in, the reminder email about this meeting. I put the new information in, and apparently didn't update my PowerPoint.
Okay. I've been asked to repeat it. So Ramsey County Library, Maplewood, and that's 3025 South Lawn Drive in Maplewood, 55109.
The only other meeting after that one is the March 15th battle plan. I know we've been talking about this a long time, but again, we want to be very clear. We're going to be doing training sessions. We're going to be covering all staff expectations at the convention. We will be having handouts. We will be giving you things, giving members of departments things to bring back to share with the rest of their departments at the convention. To that end, we need a representative from every single department. In many cases, this will probably be the head or a subhead, but if that doesn't work for whatever reason, if that date is not good for you, if you're too far away, make sure that you have figured out someone in your department that can come to that. I am super serious. I'm going to be real sad if we don't have departments represented at the battle plan.
And to reiterate what we talked about last time, everybody is welcome to come to the battle plan,
Yes.
and even encouraged, just because then you'll get a greater understanding of what every department is doing. So by all means, everybody show up.
Yeah.
But we are requiring the heads to either be there or have a representative there.
The more people we can have, the better. I know some people have asked about whether we're doing that at the hotel. I know that kind of makes sense, but also it creates the usual problems with downtown parking. So,
I would say downtown parking.
yeah, I think I might just do an informal head count vote once we go offline here to see what people think about that, and then we'll make that plan work.
Why don't you set a poll?
I could. Yeah, I did highlight the change date and time. It is in the email from yesterday. And then just the usual thing. Thank you all for coming. This is how to get a hold of us. Just email chairman.
Make sure you
And you'll
sign
get all of
in.
us.
Make sure you
Yes.
Yeah,
do
sign
sign
in.
in.
Sign-in link is in the
Get counted for
description.
attendance.
Yeah, the sign in is in the doobly-doo if you're online.
What was that?
The doobly-doo. The doobly-doo.
We all good?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream.
As we
We are
dissolve
good.
into nonsense words.
Sorry, oops, sorry.